Sheikh Sabah be remembered? What was he known for?
Well, he was known for being a peacemaker, for being very pragmatic in his foreign policy, and for trying to find solutions to disputes, including the Qatar crisis. He was also one of the longest running foreign ministers. He was the foreign minister of Kuwait from 1963 to 2003, so incredibly long time that he held an important position. And he presided as the foreign minister over Kuwait during the Gulf War, which was one of the most critical periods in Kuwait history. He was also known for forging personal ties and for being very old school. So he was very, very different than some of these more brash and more confident, outspoken types of princes that have emerged, particularly in Saudi Arabia with Crown Prince Salman. But we see that Kuwait has always been very stable in its foreign policy, and they seem to be managing the secession process quite peacefully, which is a great contrast to the way that he emerged in this 2006 crisis that spanned over 9 days, where it wasn't very clear who was going to be the next crown prince, and where he emerged as the person to succeed.
So tell us more about this process then, when we can expect a new leader and who it's going to be.
Well, as you already mentioned, it's going to be the Crown Prince Sheikh Nawaf. He's his 83-year-old half brother. And this is something that is done, stipulated by Kuwait's constitution. It's normally a very orderly process that doesn't really involve a lot of out in the open political wrangling like what took place in 2006. And this is very key in any authoritarian regime, that they manage secession. This is the period of any type of regime where it's the most unstable, where something could happen that could be quite destructive to the regime, quite unstable. And we're seeing that they're able to manage it quite peacefully. And so I have quite a lot of confidence that it's not going to be anything like what happened in 2006, where there was so much political wrangling that it led to a lot of infighting and conflict within the Al-Sabah family.
So you say stability, it would seem, in in this transition period then for Kuwait. What about for the region? What does his death mean for the region, do you think?
Well, I think for the region, he's always been a voice of calm, someone who's very pragmatic, and someone who's, as I mentioned, been trying to find solutions to crises, and has not tried to fuel disputes and to sow divisions. But I think what you're going to see with Kuwait's foreign policy is that it's going to remain the same, that there's not going to be a huge shift like what we saw in Saudi Arabia, where the shift to Crown Prince Salman led to very aggressive behavior, very risky behavior that was quite concerning for many people around the world, and definitely for the region. I think it's going to be a transition that will be quite smooth, and we're not going to see any huge change in policy.
All right. Thank you very much indeed for your time and for your analysis. Nathasha Lindstaedt joining us there.